One of the principles that democracy depends on is having people have information about what's going on in their government so that they can make decisions about who to vote for and whether to take action. When I walked into the legislature, my first day in office, after winning a seat that everyone said no Democrat could win, I discovered that we had all of the information about our legislative system on our computers in the office, but no one outside the Capitol could have access to it unless they were willing to pay over $1,000 a year in subscription fees to one of the two monopoly providers that had a lock on the information. So I decided to change that, and I introduced a bill. And I had a hard time within my own caucus. The chair of our Rules Committee would not set the bill for a hearing because the administrative people running our system did not want some new freshman legislator telling them how to run their system. And the vendors didn't like it because they were afraid they would be put out of business if people didn't have to pay for access to the information. I had some members of the legislature tell me that they didn't like it because if someone could go look up how they voted on a bill, how would they know what their constituents were caring about if they didn't have to go through the office? So that was about control. Then I had a hostile amendment inserted in the bill that would have allowed, or actually required, that the legislature impose a charge and would have put this information, made it into a profit center for the legislature. And it's information that was paid to create by taxpayer dollars. And I was really at a dilemma at that point because I wanted to put computer access to get it done. It had never been done anywhere in the world before. But I knew that if we started charging, that would go on and we'd see that in every agency and that we'd see it in court information, and I knew it was wrong. So I went home and I thought about it. I had this nightmare about Thomas Jefferson hawking the Constitution on the Home Shopping Channel. And I decided that if I couldn't get that charging provision out of the bill, that I would wait and do it again the following year until I could get it right. Being willing to lose the bill and to do it properly, I think, is what gave me the strength to convince my fellow members to take that provision out of the bill. And it was signed into law and has since been copied by every other state and eventually even by the federal government.